All right. Shalom Yashala. Call Halal Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah. Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah. Waha Rakakwadash Brakathum. I like to give double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and salutations to the select number of Akion pushing this truth and sincerity in four corners of the round earth. And also salutations to the select number of Aquat that are listening. What I have up here, I have a video excerpt of who do we have here? We have it's the Pierce Morgan show, right? You have Candace Owens, you have Mark Lamont Hill, I believe, and then you have Laura Jamar, right? So what we've been seeing, as of late, you're seeing more and more of a divide, which is what? It's the will of the Heavenly Father is due to prophecy, okay? And you're seeing and to be honest with you, for this particular lesson, it was another video I was trying to clip. I haven't had the opportunity to clip it. It's not a format that I'm seeing comment to download. It was actually like a TikTok video, but I'll definitely try to find something I'll be able to clip that video. But it's more so of a divide due to this current election, and we're seeing it. If people are feeling this way and feeling that way, I'm just cutting them off. Like literally, and I've just stated this, some lessons back. Friendships are ending, marriages are ending, and really just a lot of common sense as is ending, man. A lot of people are puffed up over this election, man. A lot of, and it is through, of course, it's a real shit show. This is definitely, folly, but, real, there's like real frustration and, so like it, let me say there's frustration being brought out from the current, election that's coming around the corner, man. You having people with back and forths real heavy, people threatening violence, But I'm gonna let the excerpt of this clip play, then I'm gonna get some scriptures.
Agree with Jamar though, my brother. Calling her, and again, I heard a bleep. I've been in the hood a long time. From that context, it sounded like you were calling her the B word. I couldn't see it, but I heard it. I'm not gonna vote for that. Bleep sounded like the B word. I can't imagine a circumstance where we need to call her that. In real life and in music, and if there's just no reason for that. She doesn't deserve that any more than she deserves to be told that she's not qualified to run a Dunkin' Donuts. Those types of comments, I think, are unnecessary, even if you might agree that black people shouldn't be sheep. How does she disrespect you?
By placating to me, by giving me word salads and all kind of nonsense, acting like she doesn't have to answer questions, being the artful dodger. That's very disrespectful.
Do you think she deserves to be called a B for that?
Well, listen, first of all, the platform I was on was a different kind of platform. You know what I mean? It's a much looser platform. It's more.
Hey, you have you have Jake really, offended. There is, a time and place for everything, but overall, man, Jake is you're seeing true character from this whole upcoming election, which is if I'm not mistaken, 2 weeks away, probably pretty much a little over 2 weeks away. Okay. This is Isaiah chapter 19, verse 1. The burden of Egypt. Behold, Yahweh rideth upon a swift cloud and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. Okay, so everybody's seeing this place crumble, man, right before their eyes. And that's why this the attachment, for you and it's not only Eve, the so-called black men, you niggas cooning just because Kamala, Collard Green Harris appears to be a so-called black woman, which through this, it's been said that, hey, that she actually comes from West Indian culture, but also there's a lot of East Indians over there in the West Indies, in the Caribbean, I shall say, as well. So, because for the most part, she's not an Israelite. But Jake, but she was able to, Jake is very simple, man. You throw the HBCU out there, you throw the AKA thing out there, basically, Jake is really has been beguiled as well, man. Just overall, because we are the woman, until the Most High anyway. So Jake is being beguiled, man. It's like the garden all over again, and of course, our women are being, beguiled because it's some type of relatable thing, which I may mention of the, the AKA Sorrow thing, and then the whole HBCU, and then and so forth, right? But they see this place crumbling, and they're trying to hold on for it for dear life, man. And for the most part, a lot of pushback now for the so-called black man and masculinity in general. Hey, a lot of guys just started calling shit out. Now it's become problematic. What's natural is problematic to the modern world. I'll continue to read. Verse 2. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. Okay, that's why you're seeing this back and forth conflict. That's why you're seeing Jake ready to crash out, honestly, over politicians who don't give a shit about you, nor either party, bro. And of course, we know it goes without saying. Of course, you have people in politics who wants to so-called make a change, but once they really get deep into it, bro, it's about the agenda that needs to be set forth, and to really do as the elite say. Really, it's what it's really come to. I'll continue reading. Let me start over. Verse 2. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his brother, and Salakia, and everyone against his neighbor. Okay? Because as you notice, even, without the politics, we understand due to the curses, Jake, shits on one another. Just, and it's just true. Jake shits on one another, but something I've noticed through the spirit, this election is playing out like it does kind of like the month of December, right? That one person who's been a demon all 11 months, but now December has rolled around. Now it's the joy. Now it's the spirit of joy. But you've been a demon all along 24/7 for those strong 11 months. But now that December is here, you're singing joy to the world. That's how I feel about these elections. Jake is all political now, and political empowerment and so forth, man. It's just a bunch of bullshit, man. At the end of the day, it's just bullshit at the beginning and the ending of the day. Okay. And everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. Because as you remember, when I believe when Biden had won the presidency, I believe a lot of particular states wanted to be a sovereign from particular states and whatnot. On the West Coast, I believe, and even in the South, especially, Louisiana has that going on. You have people like, look, we basically just ain't gonna tolerate no madness, man. This whole woke agenda of no accountability. I'm gonna do what I want to do and don't expect any backlash. And that's the vibration that that's also being shown forth with this election. You know, that woke thing was probably one of the worst things for Jake, man. Okay. Verse 3, and the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof. And the spirit of Egypt is failing, man. People, it's just another slap in the face, like it was with the pandemic. I mean, this is the same government that was offering lap dances, and regardless of what state you're in, but yeah, lap dances for you to get your shot, offering you Shake Shack meals, offering you lottery tickets. You know, just processing that on, like, bro, y'all ready to crash out over a government that don't even give a shit about you, man. Especially you, Jake. You know, especially you, Jake. But you know, the bigger thing here now is too how the so-called black woman is acting because of this. You know, and this, man, it's about to get so bad out here that after this election, man, if you're not in tune with Yahweh Basham Shah, man, it's open season on you, man. If you're not in good standing with the Most High, hey, it's going down. You know, there's no other way to put it. Okay, let me reread verse 3. Started back at verse 3. And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to the idols and to the charmers and to them that have familiar spirits and to the wizards. Okay, so keep in mind, hey, look at all these idols, these influencers and iconic musicians and athletes and so forth, and former politicians. You know, they're coming out of the woodworks, bro. You know, they are coming out of the woodworks. Oh, if you ain't voting for Kamala, like something must be wrong with your head. Honestly, if you're not anticipating the coming of our Lord and Savior, Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, your head should be checked, man. Especially if you're an Israelite, man. You know? And a lot of Jake, man, is about to get a rude awakening. Okay? A lot of Jake is about to get a rude awakening, bro. So I hope that a little, however they, do it electronically, if they still do it physically, with the voting. Hey, man. That vote is going to have to count for your safety. That vote is going to have to count as your judge. That vote is going to have to, hey, you believe in this place so much, hey, by all means, it's all you. Verse 4, and the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel Lord, and the fierce king shall rule over them, saith Yahweh of hosts. Okay. And I'll read that. Let me reread that last part for verbatim. Saith the Lord, Yahweh of hosts. Okay. And this is the Lord saying this. Okay. The Lord, put the spirit on Isaiah to for this for these prophecies to take place, man. And that's what we're seeing right now, man. So this isn't Kadar just turning on my camera and doing a lesson, and I'm just seeing stuff through the spirit for what it is and aligning it with prophecy. And we're seeing Jake crash out over it. We're seeing Jake getting on national platforms, or just in general, kind of, and of course it's not so much you're gonna see this live and direct, but people's thought process and intentions, if they who they follow, for what trends or what's going on or how they move. People asking subtle questions. Oh, you voting? Or who you voting for? A lot of Jakes are sharing the same sentiments oh, you need to vote for Kamala. If you're not, something to, you need to check your head. And then on the flip side, a lot of Jake is mad because a lot of Jake is like, hey, man, that on the left is a level of woke and no accountability, and that liberal BS, man, has Jake looking the worst they've ever looked. That's why a lot of Jake who's, the so-called decent black man and so-called decent black woman was like, look, man, we're going conservative, man. Because Jake, for the most part, is getting tired of being seen in that light. And you got Jake who knows, okay, yeah, you've been marginalized, you've been misused, you've been abused, you have been, Jake has been cheated out of opportunities and so forth. Now, granted, whether who Jake votes for or not, that still doesn't, that still doesn't heal the wound of Jake. That it really even isn't a temporary fix, man. So E and Babylon will still get judged. So it doesn't matter who you're voting for. But what we're seeing right now is a clear divide for prophecy's sake, man. And for the people who are heavily invested in this place, whether Republican or Democrat, hey, y'all about to catch a rude awakening. Jake is crashing out over a government who gives two shits about you, man. And then Jake will sit there and tear down their own people over that. Like a lot of people have been saying, like they remember when it was a time like, all right, bro, I'm, voting, I vote this and that, but I don't tell nobody, right? But you want to see where people align at. But it's just beautiful that the Lord through the Spirit is letting us to see where prophecy aligns at, man. And that's what this social media, this is our daily in our daily work life. When brothers, head out to their 9 to 5s or what have you. We're seeing where Jake's mind at, because this will be a clear divide. This is going to be a heavy election, man. Even though it's a shit show, it's a heavy election. Matter of fact, let me jump to Matthew. Bear with me, Baba Kusha, because this is let me see, because this is another this is Yahweh Shah HaMashiach speaking. Okay. This is Matthew chapter 10, verse 34. Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. Okay, destruction, man. Okay, destruction, man. The Lord is rocking right now, man. Okay, the Lord is rocking. The Lord has not come to play no games, man. Okay, the Lord is not the Lord is not playing any games, man. Okay. This is Yahweh Shah HaMashiach speaking. Verse 35. For I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. Okay. This is going on. You have people who are concerned because their adult children aren't voting the way they were raised to vote or taught to vote. You got a lot of people like, I can't believe they're doing this or they're voting this. This is literally getting people disowned. People are literally, verbally threatening people, man. Really, empty threats and, really on the cool, slightly, those are terroristic threats, man. You're going to do, people should this and that, this and that, this and that, just empty threats. But at the same time, for whoever you vote for, hey, and that's why the Lord called Halal Yah Bashim Yashah. That's why the Lord opened our eyes, man. Opened our eyes and ears, man, to be in the world, but not of the world. We have no fight in this. We we not fighting this. Salakia, we have no dog in this fight, I shall say, as the saying goes. Verse 36, and the man's foes shall be they of his own household. Okay. And so we're seeing that on a heavy level, especially, myself, I can speak for myself, but all the Akiyama alike, we're seeing this from the apostles, bishops and elders on down, man. People are distraught with friends and family members and associates. Oh, yeah, they do that, this and that, because what you have people who are, it's basically, for some Jake is skin politics, and for some Jake it's actually policy politics, right? With capitalism and so forth, all stuff that falls under the brackets of politics, man. With tax breaks and what have you, and how you'll truly be benefited, if you're really in the scope of things, when it comes to the politics, but more so the core of the lesson is just based around how the divide is amongst Jake, the Southern Kingdom in particular. You so-called Negroes, you so-called Haitians, and you so-called Jamaicans, man. Okay, which is who? Judah, you so-called Negroes, you Haitians, Levi, you Jamaicans, the tribe of Benjamin. Okay. So that's where the great divide is, But I believe the point's been made on that. In Abarata's eyes, this has been edifying. So with that, once again, I'd like to say, call halal Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah, Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah, Waha Rakakwadash Brakathum. Once again, I'd like to give double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the select number of Akyam, pushing this truth and sincerity in four corners of the round earth. And salutations to the select number of Akwat out there listening. Shalom.